Okay, guys, I'm going to be ranking all 11 final battles in Star Wars. For this list, I'm looking at the final act, the third act, the big finale to these films. It could be a lightsaber duel, it could be a lightsaber duel and a genuine battle, or it could be a space battle, or whatever. I'm looking specifically at the final battles. Could be lightsabers battle, it could be not. I don't care. It's the final battle. And coming in 11th place is the Attack of the Clones. I think to classify this third act, I honestly say it's really just the lightsaber fight for me that really puts it so far back. It is really honestly the worst lightsaber battle. And even the whole bickering between Obi-Wan and Anakin just never gelled with me. And so seeing them bicker during a lightsaber duel pretty much, and right before it, and them not working together to fight Dooku and whatnot, just to hold it back. And they didn't have a stunt double, for the actor that plays Count Dooku. So for the first part of the fight, the second part of the fight with Yoda, they used the CGI, but was it CGI or was it a stunt double? I think it was like stunt double, but for this part, they didn't have a stunt double for the first part of it. And so it was most of it just them twirling around swords. Horrible choreography. Choreography. I don't know what I said there. But horrible choreography. And even if you are talking about the actual clones part and the Jedi part, it never really worked for me either way. I think the clones didn't have the personality that they have in the Clone Wars, so it felt really bland in the lightsaber battle. All of it felt very, very bland. And even the fight with Yoda and Count Dooku, it didn't save the fact that this final act was so bland and so not so good. Coming 10th place is Solo. I guess the real reason it's held this one back is not bad final battle. It's just one that I think is held back from the fact that nothing really happens. I like the twists and turns in it, but other than that, the battle itself, it's not really a battle. It's just a nice little sequence. I think it goes with the idea that this is a smaller scale standalone story, and so this final battle can't really compete with these other big scale go broke final battles and most of these other films. So it's not the greatest battle. I don't have that much complaints to it. It's a short, quick, not that much stakes type battle. So that's why it's in 10th place. 9th place is The Last Jedi. Again, I actually like this film, but the third act never was the best part for me. I do like the idea with Luke, how he's able to sacrifice himself in a way that doesn't kill anyone. He doesn't even strike a single person. He doesn't even harm a single person. He doesn't even try to harm another person. He actually saves people. That's kind of the peacekeeping mentality that Jedis are, and so I really respect that. But other than that, I mean, I like Crate. It looks really cool. But the whole trying to stop the giant cannon thing was all meh for me. And it ended really weird because it felt like the final act should have been 30 minutes ago on the ship, the throne room sequence. I feel like the rest was kind of like, what? Like, I feel like it was just like them trying to find a good way to kind of kill off Luke a little bit, maybe. But ultimately, I enjoyed it. But it wasn't like, I didn't really care for the final battle that much. It was definitely one of the weaker parts of The Last Jedi. Coming in 5th place is The Force Awakens. And I guess what sort of holds it back, this final battle, is because it's very reminiscent of A New Hope. Like, people say this whole film is a shot-for-shot remake of The New Hope with a lot of the themes and stuff. But no, it's really this. It's really a space battle. It's really stopping Starkiller Base with the specifically the dog fight. And the lightsaber fight is also cool. It's cool, but it was never something that was like the amazing fight. It made it seem like the lightsabers were really heavy. I got that sense. Many people complain that Rey's overpowered in this scene against Kylo Ren. Like, why did she beat Kylo Ren? It's like Kylo Ren got shot by a bowcaster, which has already been previously in this very film explained and shown to be a very deadly and powerful gun. So keep that in mind. He was pretty much dying. So that's that. So it's sort of like the New Hope with the effects in modern day, while having a nice little, not the greatest, but a nice sort of duel between Rey and Kylo Ren. So as you can see, I'm starting to like these final battles. Coming in seventh place is the New Hope. Again, I like the original dogfight, the original final battle. I enjoy. It's amazing, but over time, I think with these huge battles and stuff, even in the same trilogy, it definitely overshadows the original one. But it's still the idea of a ticking time till the Death Star blows up Yavin 4. It's still to this day gives me chills, and it's still the and more the chills in the sense that of danger, that like it makes you feel like it is actual danger. In iconic lines, iconic moments, and throttled throughout. And I feel like the final act is more about the emotion and the stakes and the force use of Luke and Han coming in with the Millennium Falcon to blow up the TIE fighters. It's more of these like iconic moments, more of the emotion of it than the actual choreography of the ships and stuff. Coming in sixth place is the Rise of Skywalker. I actually really liked Rise of Skywalker, which is something that seems even controversial, even more so than Last Jedi. And for me, I think I like this one, and particularly the final act. I love seeing all our sequel trilogy heroes come together to stop the Star Destroyers. And then I also like Palpatine and Rey and Ben teaming up together to stop the Knights of Ren, which I think were a little bit underutilized, but also still just stopping Palpatine. And the idea that Rise does come on, the idea that you hear the Jedi voices, and it does. It gives you, again, even more so than the New, it gives you the chills of, we're really going to do this. And the actual Force lightning and Rey die, and then Rey come back, and then Ben die, and all of that. It definitely made her feel a lot more humanizing. And again, Palpatine's an all awesome villain, so seeing him back in action was, of course, an amazing sight to behold, especially with the technology we have, again, in modern day. Coming in fifth place is the Phantom Menace. I think the duel itself, the duel between Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Darth Maul, truth be told, amazing. The choreography, the stunts, all of it. Heck, they even got, actual martial artists to be Darth Maul. I think that's also an incredible part of it. In a second! Was also an amazing part. And just the duel itself and the music of the Duel of Fates, all amazing. That might be one of the best lightsaber duels in there. One of them, not the best. But I think what holds it back is the Gungan battle, which is, again, part of the final battle. The whole space thing with Anakin and the, trying to stop Nute Gunray. I didn't care for that at all. So that, like, if the only final act was the lightsaber duel, it would have been higher. But because they had to throw in Jar Jar and the Gungan battle and the space battle and all that stuff that didn't gel at all, didn't work at all, yeah, it went from fifth to maybe even third. But fourth place is Empire Strikes Back. The lightsaber duel in the final act was one of my favorites. The twist was amazing. It felt like the choreography had a great upbringing from the New Hope. It felt a lot better, the choreography in the lightsaber duel. And that was an amazing duel. feeling the emotions, feeling the stakes as Luke Skywalker just falls, and I think you never really see up to that point in the 1980s, and even in this Star Wars universe, you've never seen a hero so desperate like he is, especially after Han just got frozen in carbonite. Even when you got Lando, Chewie, and Leia trying to escape Cloud City, you felt the stakes because you actually thought these characters could die. At that point you didn't know Han was gonna come back in the next film. You didn't know anything, so the stakes were raised. The emotion was raised as you got these characters who are sad that their friend doesn't know if they're gonna make it. Luke, heck, he's risking his life to try to stop Vader because he knows Vader's definitely stronger than him in the Force. So all these emotions to cutting off Luke's arm, to the final twist, to the nail-biting end of them getting on the Millennium Falcon, Luke pretty much almost rather kill himself than come to the truth. Luckily, he survived, but all of it made it for a nice final battle. Coming in third place is Revenge of the Sith. This lightsaber battle is so emotional because while again you didn't 100%, but you probably like 40%, just in this film alone, got invested with the relationship of Anakin and Obi-Wan. Just in this film, Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace do nothing to build Obi-Wan and Anakin's bond. So just in this film alone, you get up to this moment of emotion as you see these two brother-like, sons-like, mentor-and apprentice-like battle. That's spectacular. That's stunning. That goes on a little bit too long, but still, to this day, is amazing, emotional, and heart-wrenching as you understand who Darth Vader is, and as you finally see that in Anakin. You see Vader in Anakin, and seeing him burn, seeing him become the Vader we know and love, was heart-wrenching. And seeing Obi-Wan's final lines when he realizes this is Anakin's fate. Not to mention the great battle of Yoda and Palpatine, who have literally been opposite sides. The complete embodiment of the light and the complete embodiment of the dark that you see through 3 films. And all builds up to this final battle between the light and the dark, whether you're talking about master and apprentice, or genuine Force light and the dark users that, to this day, still gives me chills and still makes me sad and heart-wrenching. The choreography, everything, the locations of Mustafar and all that, still is amazing. And I still think that's one of my favorite parts of Star Wars, just that battle between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Just heart-wrenching and sad after everything we've seen in this film. It's sad. It's exciting and well done, and I really enjoy it every single time. It always gets me a little bit sad, especially because Obi-Wan is my favorite prequels character and one of my favorite characters in Star Wars overall. Coming in second place is Rogue One. I'd say that's probably the greatest space battle in Star Wars. I'd say that the emotion that you get to sort of care about these characters, and they do the unthinkable of kill them all off in incredible ways. And this feels like a genuine war film set in Star Wars. And again, the space battle, taking X-Wings, taking A-Wings, taking X-Wing fighters, taking all of that, taking all the space battles you love in the original trilogy. But with the tech, again, that common theme of some of these things is the technology we have in this era and just in general. But taking all the stuff you love about the original trilogy and having the technology that we have makes for a great space battle, great land action, great war, epic, if you will, of the final act, and all of it is just a nail biter because you know that the plans go through, but you don't know at what cost. You don't know who survives. You don't know how many soldiers died. And seeing what they did with this film and having you care for all these characters and having them have respectable ends to their story was really, really nice. So Rogue One is my second favorite final battle. Has the second favorite final battle. Coming in first place is Return of the Jedi. Well, they're talking about the emotional father v son duel on the Death Star. They're talking about Palpatine, Force lightninging, electrocuting Luke, when you talk about Anakin's finally destroying Palpatine for decades and decades, bringing a balance to the Force, where I talk about the amazing space battle, does everything that I enjoyed about the New Hope, but even better. And then it topples it all off even better when you think about Han and Leia on Endor fighting the stormtroopers and the AT-ATs. So all of it works. All of it really does. And I know people will criticize the Ewoks, but it's Star Wars, Wars in the Stars. Go at it. And I mean, I never had a problem with Ewoks. I didn't. So all of it worked. All of it. The great location of Endor. The emotion as you realize that the father of her son, Luke almost turning to the dark. It was a genuine question for the final battle is what's Luke gonna do? Because you've seen in these other two films, this series is unpredictable. These characters are actually their fate is at hand, and the ending and all of it so satisfying conclusion to the original trilogy. Great final battle, whether you're talking about space, land, or the lightsaber duel. Great lightsaber, one of the greatest lightsaber duels. Definitely one of the greatest space battles. And it was, and some of our greatest characters like Leia and Chewie have a great kind of battle against the stormtroopers on land. So all of it works. All of it makes it for my favorite final act, favorite final battle of all of Star Wars films. Stay tuned for more videos coming right at you.